Although the Graph Tools settings window accommodates the most common adjustments and is more than adequate for most applications, here are a few other ways that you can further tweak the appearance of your graphs and grids. When entering 0 as the start value for an axis, a message pops up indicating that a setting should be changed. Making this change will improve the graph's appearance and alignment. As stated in the instructions, left-click on the grid and then right-click on the grid. Select Graphics, choose the tab for the affected axis, and check off the positive direction only option. Finally, adjust the padding and window size as needed. When changing the axis labels, you may notice that the font is italicized. Although this appearance is ideal for variables, it is likely undesirable for units and other word labels. Note that you can enter regular text by typing \text and enclosing the desired text within the squiggly brackets. Furthermore, for those of you familiar with LaTeX typesetting, most basic LaTeX syntax can be used in the axes label fields. Double-clicking the axis label on the graph displays several options for customizing the label. The font sizes used in the Graph tool have been chosen to be easily readable in documents and other learning materials regardless of the graph's size. You may, however, wish to adjust the font size and appearance. To change the font size, click on the Options menu, hover over Font Size, and choose the desired size. Note that changing the font size will affect all text in the file, including that within the settings window. If you'd prefer to use a serif font for the axis numbers, you can do so by left-clicking on a blank space in the graph area, then right-clicking on a blank space in the graph area, selecting Graphics, and changing the label style to serif in the Basic tab. This setting is particularly useful when displaying multiples of pi on an axis. Labels in function graphs can be further customized by right-clicking the object and selecting Object Properties. In particular, you can adjust color, style, and size depending on the type of object selected. When working with functions, you may wish to use a variable other than x. To do so, you must still input the function using x as the independent variable. For example, if we wanted to enter f at t equals t squared, we would enter f at t equals x squared. The label for this function will still show x on the right side of the equation, but double-clicking the label will allow you to rewrite it using t. Note that the graphing tool stores the entered functions as f1, f2, and f3. You can refer to these names when entering functions. For example, say we entered y equals 2 to the power of x for f1, and y equals the absolute value of x for f2. We could now graph the sum of these two functions for f3 by typing f1 plus f2. Since the Graph tool was designed with and runs using GeoGebra Classic 5, all of the features available in GeoGebra Classic 5 are available in the Graph tool. I encourage you to experiment with the tools at the top of the settings window. To show the input bar, select it in the View menu. If you'd like to view and/or modify the inner workings of the Graph tool, open the Algebra window from the View menu and go to town. Above all, have fun exploring everything that GeoGebra has to offer.